Week at the state capitol for longtime Republican State Representative Deborah Silcox. We spoke with the Sandy Springs Republican on Wednesday, and in the midst of Women's History Month, she shared a transformative moment she experienced as a woman under the Gold Dome. But we start with a question about Georgia's heartbeat law. I want to ask you about the concern in the medical community from some doctors who say that the law could restrict what they feel that they can do, this gray area that they may get in trouble if they do a certain procedure or not. Have you guys discussed that at all? Just kind of like the future of the bill now, and is there anything that can be done about that gray area?
You know, I have been approached by a number of OBs about that very issue, and I know that it is difficult for them to get guidance on this. They have been to the Attorney General, no guidance was provided, and I do think that we need to make changes in the law. I don't think Governor Kemp's prepared to make those changes at this time.
Is there a path for it potentially in the future?
I certainly hope so. I really do.
And you would support that?
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to ask you about HB 79, the bill that you sponsored with the tax credits for firearms if you have instructional type of safety, or the safe storage that has crossed over.
Right.
Can you talk to me more about this bill? We know that gun legislation was really top of mind at the beginning of session. It wasn't long after that horrific shooting that we saw at Appalachia High School. Where are gun bills right now? Obviously yours that you sponsored has crossed over, but is there any confidence that this is going to change that landscape?
You know, we're hopeful that House Bill 79 is going to make a difference. It's a tough balancing act to balance the interest of everyone on both sides of the aisle to try to get consensus on this issue. And I will say that I think that House Bill 79 really does thread the needle in a great way, because it encourages positive, responsible behavior on behalf of those who do want to carry firearms. And I think it's important that we encourage good behavior. I think it's important that we not necessarily make it a mandate, because if you're going to criminalize it, then you may potentially take a parent out of the home where there's no supervision of children at all.
What changes have you seen since day one here until now when it comes to just the influence of women?
I've seen amazing changes because when I was at the University of Georgia, I actually did a internship in Washington, D.C. with Senator Sam Nunn when he was representing Georgia there. And then I did a legislative session here my senior year and worked with the insurance chairman, Joe T. Wood from Gainesville, Georgia. And I was sexually harassed when I was here as an intern. And I was delighted to come, and when I got elected, the pro tem Jan Jones actually passed. We have the strictest sexual harassment policy for legislators and lobbyists of any state in the country now. And we actually just had to renew our sexual harassment training that they make us, it's required that you do online. And I'm very proud of that. And I haven't had any issues since I was elected, but it's changed dramatically. It really has.
Really important topic, really important interview.